workers over in Spain are under a lot of scrutiny right now because they skipped work for 15 years, still collecting paychecks. What you think, brother?
You know what? I think we've all played hooky from time to time. I think I've played hooky from time to time. You put in a sick day. You're not actually sick, but that's okay because that's your time. You earned it.
But you wanted to go to the Flyers game.
Yep.
That's what you wanted.
You wanted to go out. You wanted to do something. You wanted to hang out with friends. You played a sick day. Okay? The fact that these people didn't take a sick day, they took a sick career. They took 15 years off and they were still collecting salary, which completely blows my mind because I know in particular jobs, in certain job fields, if you're gone 5 days, it's considered job abandonment and you lose everything. But somehow these guys found a loophole.
But that's the best part, is that they found a loophole in which all this was lawful and legal. They found a loophole that they could use other employees' time. They were like, hey, you're not going to use those 5 days this year? No problem. I will.
It's crazy because obviously, again, in certain places you can share your time with individuals. You can say, hey, I'd like to sign over maybe 5 sick days for this person, need more than me. There's paperwork to sign. But this particular job over in Spain runs things a little bit differently. And they're just like, hey, if anyone doesn't use this time, it can be used by another employee. And these people found this loophole and were just taking time from all these people that just weren't using it, and they used it in their 15 years. And what's funny is that they played hooky first for not as long, and they noticed that their salary wasn't being affected.
Yeah, their salary wasn't even being touched. So let's say you're making $60,000 a year, and you're not going to work. You're hanging out, living this crazy life while getting paid because you're using the accumulated days of your office. I wonder if anyone else in the office had a problem with it.
I'd be swole.
Why would you be swole?
I'd be swole because I'd be mad I didn't think of it. Like, I'd be like, man, I'm coming to work every day. And Sally over here has been off for 2 years and is still making what I'm making. So I'd be pissed that I didn't think about it. And it's one of those things where it's like, man, like I gotta give Sally credit for coming up with that loophole system.
Yeah,
man.
you can.
I gotta give him credit. But at the end of the day, it's another thing where if by her missing work, it's affecting my workload, I'm especially pissed. I'm like, I'm doing more work now because you're leaving. But at the end of the day, she found a loophole that I didn't find. Maybe I should have just paid a little bit more attention to detail and found that loophole first.
Listen, Sally is a smart woman. She said, you know, Rick, I'm sorry, but you're accumulating a lot of time and you're not using it. I feel as though I should be able to use it. We have a policy here in the office in which we can use other people's time. I'm going to use the time. You're not using it. You're not using it, Bill. You're not using it, Jim. I'm going to use it.
Can you
For
imagine?
15 years. Imagine that. 15 years, no work, just hanging out, going to the beach, doing what you got to do, still collecting a check. I see nothing wrong with it.
Can you imagine how sneaky it is too? Because I'm pretty sure they're not going around and asking other employees, hey man, quick question. Can I use some of your time so I don't gotta come to work? No. Somehow they're sneakily just getting these people's time. They're like, yo man, Michael hasn't used 10 sick days. I'm gonna snatch them. I'm going to snatch them. No one tell Michael a thing. And then they snatch him, and then Michael goes to call out of work one day. They're like, Michael, you're out of time. And he goes, what are you talking about? I haven't called out. What are you saying? And then
I haven't even called out all
I didn't called out. And then Chad in the background was like, I used them bitches,
Yeah.
son. Sorry. I used them
man.
sick time. Like, it's crazy to think about. And the craziest thing is, even after being discovered that they took off 15 years, they still have their job.
And they're still in the union. They're still in a union which is fighting for them to keep their job. Which is being like, hey, you guys had a loophole in place. You can't take our clients' jobs from them because they didn't do anything wrong. They played by your rules. They're playing by your rules.
This is why it's always good to have a union, man. They fight for you. They'll find those loopholes. They'll go into the paperwork and find everything they need to find. I mean, like, I wouldn't even know what I would do with 15 years without work. Still making money? I would just travel. I'd go on vacation. Like, I would just go see all kinds of places in the world. 15 years? That's a long time. I hope they spent it wisely. I hope they didn't just sit at home and did nothing.
No, they didn't sit at home. They lived the life that we can only dream of, that you can only dream of. The life that everyone wants. Think about it. They're laying on the beach, drinking cocktails, hanging out in Brazil with these random models. Like, they're doing everything that they need to do because Why not? You need to live your life like that.
What would you do if you found a loophole and you were able to get 15 years off and not work? What would you do with your spare time?
Let's say
I'm
1 year.
curious.
Let's say 1
Just
year.
1 year?
1 year.
It's a little bit easier to plan. So imagine you were able to find a loophole and you could take 1 year off from work and still get paid. What would you do with your year? Would you take that time to just chill and relax at home?
Would you decompress?
Yeah, would you decompress? Would you do, or would you go and try to do other things? Like, what would you do? I'm really, really curious. For a year, I'd probably go out and try to do tons of things.
If I had a year, I think that I would still be on the same projection that I'm doing now.
Okay.
I feel like I would do the same stuff as now, but I would backlog a lot of things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I would have so much scheduled things that where I can then take off a week, go to like California or go to, I don't know, some crazy island, sit on jet skis like, yeah.
They say they're like money can't buy happiness, but you ain't never seen a dude on a jet ski frowning.
Right.
He's like, man, I got all this money. He's like, nah, I'm happy as hell right now.
Right?
So, all right. So the year you do that, I travel. I try to meet people in the entertainment industry and just try to get out there, man. A year's a long time to be doing nothing and getting paid for it.
I would take full advantage of it. I think there's some smart gentlemen.
Yeah, they found loopholes. I don't work there, so I ain't pissed, man. I ain't mad at you guys. You guys found a loophole to the system. The union protected you. You still have your jobs, and you know what? You reap the benefits of taking someone else's time. I feel bad for Michael, whose sick days you used, but at the end of the day, not bad.
Congratulations. You are a hero.